What if we wanted to load multiple scenes in our project at runtime? So say, for example, our user has an activity here, and then once they're finished, we want them to go on to the next scene over here. In EZPZ Toolkit, it's really easy. We just need to use an interactable general. So one thing we can do is we can duplicate this button, and then we can just reuse this button for that same purpose. I think what I'll do is I'll just change the text. We'll call this next or something like that. And then we just need to connect to an interactable general. So in this case, we can connect to ourselves. Maybe we should rename this to something more sensible, like load next. And then basically, we just need to use one of the functions in the interactable general called load scene. And see, we have a text parameter over here. And then in this text parameter, we just tell it the name of the scene that we want to load. In this case, it's going to be scene B. So I'm going to go back to the button, put that parameter in here, and then my project load scene B. Actually, I'm just going to change the text. I'm just going to call this load B. And then let's press save on this. So we're not quite done yet, but I'm just going to show you what happens when we click the button right now. So now we're in play mode. When we go press load B, we're going to get an error message. So let's have a look at the error message. It goes, my project example scene B couldn't be loaded because it has not been added to the active build profile. And what that's talking about is this. We go File, Build Profiles, and then we can see that there's a scene list. There's nothing in the scene list at the moment. So what we need to do is we need to add all the scenes that we need in the build. We definitely want scene A because that's the first one that gets built. And then we also want scene B. Okay, so what if we wanted to load back scene A from scene B? We just do exactly the same thing. In this case, we're going to need to get a prefab because we don't have a pre-existing button here. So I'm just going to get the prefab easy peasy button. Let's get that to face us the right way. And then we can just change the text so it says load A. We might as well change the name of the object as well so it makes sense. Button load A. And then we kind of do similar procedure, but instead of saying that we're loading scene B, we say load scene A. So we just go interactable general, load scene like that. Same deal, except we are just loading a different scene. So click on that. All right, so now let's see what happens. When we click load A, we load scene A. Click load B, we load scene B. We have like a nice little loop happening. Yeah, basically that's it. This is how you load scenes at runtime in EZPZ Toolkit and Unity 3D.